Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, barely alive. I'll tell you right now, after what I just watched for 8.5 hours, I'm here to bring you guys a TV season review. Yes, you heard me right, TV season review. I know I look tired. I haven't brought one of these your way in the longest time. I don't think since The Mandalorian, to tell you the truth. But oh my God, watching TV shows is so much time consuming, guys. And the amount of time I spent watching a series, which in this case was 8.5 hours, I could watch 2, 3 movies and review them and bring them your way. But, once in a while, people tell me, friends of mine, family, relatives, whoever the hell I come across, King Kansas, you got to check this TV series out. So I will do so. I'll dabble my foot. And I always ask, who's in it and what's it about? Briefly. Don't tell me the whole damn thing. Tell me in your opinion why I should check it out. But anyways, people have convinced me, so I finally did it. You guys can tell by the thumbnail itself. I can't even speak properly because I was half awake while doing this. So what the hell am I talking? I'm talking about Stephen King's The Stand. It was a TV series, I think, that came out 2021. It was now streaming on Amazon Prime, where I had the privilege of catching it. It's about 9 episodes long. Whole bunch of cool actors in it, which I'll get into a few. I'm not going to name every single one because there's over 20 easily that I can name off, which I have in my notes. And trust me, my notes are lengthy. I have 32 pages of notes on every single episode that I watched. And if I was going to totally review and spoil everything in this video, I'll be here for at least 4 hours. I can tell you right now, because there's a lot of details, a lot of things go down, and I'm not here to ruin the whole damn entire thing for you. I'm just going to give you maybe my possible highlights, that I remember throughout the whole series that I found cool, that I either enjoyed it, hated it, where I thought they could improve, you name it, the works. So, it is not for the kids, I'll tell you right now. It's classified as a adventure, drama, fantasy, sci-fi, horror, thriller. That's a mouthful. It's rated TV mature, guys. It's, like I was saying before, over 8.5 hours of entertainment coming your way. My God. It stars, listen to this cast. This is what got me going to say, to agree to watch this. Whoopi Goldberg, Alexander Skarsgard. You had James Marsden, Odessa Young, Amber Heard, Jovan Adepo, Irene Bedard, Brad William, oh my God, I can't pronounce, Hark or whatever, I can't even pronounce it. You have Nate Wolff, Nick Andros, you got Katherine McNamara, I can't even pronounce her name properly, Olivia Chong, Ezra Miller, which surprised the hell out of me, Natalie Martinez, you had Kendall Joy Hall, J.K. Simmons was one that I couldn't see that coming, but I'm glad he was in it because he added to the element of the story. Heather Graham and Clifton Collins Jr., which he was in there for just a few seconds. I think it was in the second last episode, if I'm not mistaken. It was directed by several directors, but the ones that they listed was Josh Boone, Bridget Savage Cole. A brief synopsis. After the world is in ruins due to a man-made plague or virus called Captain Trips, a false messiah, played by Alex Skarsgard, emerges possessing incredible power and is hell-bent to rule the remaining human society that remains. It's up to a group of people, post-apocalyptic wasteland, I can't even speak, guys, apocalyptic wasteland, to stop him and his army, guided by a witch played by Whoopi Goldberg. I think her name was Mother Abagail. Perhaps sent by God to help them on their quest in the right direction and stop this fool. Anyways, my God, I'll tell you guys right now, when you first watch the first episode, the episodes, by the way, are about an hour each, guys, so I'm warning you, you're in it for the long haul. The first hour or the first episode of the series, I was kind of iffy after I finished watching it, but if you can hang through and you can follow the first two characters of the film, Harold and Franny. It guides you on their pathway to meeting all the other actors that I've mentioned. And Greg Kinnear's in it too, guys. On their way. And every episode, I can basically tell you, is kind of like a flashback backstory to all the characters that you get introduced, right? But the first two you start off with Harold. He's kind of like a loser geek. He's in love with this girl, Franny, who doesn't want to have anything to do with him. Has a thing for her. She doesn't feel the same way. So, my God, the shit that you see dead bodies. You see people burying dead bodies. Franny ends up burying her father right near the beginning. They're dying of this plague. Kind of reminds you of COVID. That's why this kind of sends goosebumps up my spines, because it's kind of like, whoa, could the world become like this? You never know, because people are selfish, right? But anyways, I'm not here to complain about that. But yeah, you see people in cars, dead, bodies that haven't buried. You got the disease spreading to people coughing up shit, developing some sort of thing that happens to their throat, dying on the spot. Hospitals are filled. You meet, Larry, who's a guitarist or a musician, that his mother's coughing for some reason. Then he meets up with, what's her name? Oh my God. Heather Graham. I think she plays Rita. They go on a little pathway. Then you got the world going to shits. People are killing each other, stealing stuff, left, right, and it felt like World War Z, let's just say that, or The Walking Dead. That's the best way I can describe it. The Walking Dead, with a little bit of action, and a whole bunch of stuff that's over the top. People killing each other. People's faces getting blown up. James Marsden comes across the two main characters at the beginning. The girl kind of has a thing for him. They end up having a kid later on. The kid has some health problems, which you'll see at the end, that you're wondering, is she going to survive this disease? What's going on? Anyways, jumping the gun a little bit. But they're on their way. They're meeting these new people. They're meeting Greg Kinnear, whose wife died, is a doctor. He's kind of into, he's not believing in God. He does believe in God. You got Whoopi Goldberg pretty much appearing in everybody's dreams in some shape, form. Tell them, you got to come to Colorado, where she is. It's kind of like a safe haven that it's, away from all the craziness that's going on in the world. My God, there was a scene that the two, Franny and Harold, go up to, and you kind of learn as like backstories and flashbacks, like how he first met these other characters that get involved in this whole thing. My God, it's just like a nightmare. The trucker, like, who wants to go after her, and then the girls end up killing him, and people's heads getting blew out. Then you meet up with Amber Heard and that little kid Joe, who doesn't want to talk for some reason. She finds him on the side of the road, and then you find out that Amber Heard is kind of working with the devil, or the devil, it's kind of like his girlfriend, Devil Skarsgard. He's been known as the Dark Man and all that stuff. And this one, I think, is, what's his name? Flagg. So there's kind of like a relationship between them. She uses Harold as a pawn to do stuff. She's like a part of him, working for him. Then they end up blowing the house that the witch is supposed to be at. She ain't there. She's in the forest. And then she comes in contact with him. Basically, they're squaring off a little bit. She disappears. They're looking for them. People are frantic. She comes back eventually. One of the guys, Nick, who is deaf, like, my God, the interesting backstories to everybody that you meet from here, from the guys, like everything, something goes down. You meet Ezra Miller's character, which is over the top, some dirty-looking trash man or whatever the hell he was called, out of his mind, laughing. He's blowing up shit. The Dark Man, Flagg finds him, has him go on a military base to get some sort of nuclear warhead bomb or whatever the hell, because he wants to attack them later on with it. Spies that get sent there, the way people are getting ripped up like gladiatorial. He's turning Las Vegas, his home base, into New Vegas, which you got people crucified on the streets, just to set examples. People losing their damn minds, being brainwashed. Characters that you thought were good, now bad. There's a mock judge or court session going on there, a trial, with some of the characters that end up getting caught near the end. One guy gets shot, and then you have Amber Heard, who gets with the devil, let's just say that, ends up having a kid, finally realizes the truth. She, I guess, takes a dive through the thing, kills herself, kills the baby that was in her stomach because she was pregnant. Like, I'm telling you, you lose your mind. The last 2 episodes is where everything is at. The other episodes are a build up, but it's like craziness. It's too much. I'm spewing everything at you guys, but you want to keep on watching more and more. Don't look at IMDb for all these scores and people tell you that, oh, 5.5 out of 10. No. Watch it for yourselves and judge. But the ending was okay. It was a little cheesy. There might be a second season. I can tell you right now. I'm not going to tell you that. They end up defeating him. It looked like God shows up like in a ball of light or something and starts electrocuting people and kind of pretty much zapping them like how you see in the first Blade movie. That's the best way I can describe it. So basically all the bad people who did what they did end up getting their own due diligence. Harold pays the price because he's the one who blew up the town and shit. He's running with Amber Heard. She gets kicked off and then pretty much he goes over the edge with his motorcycle, writes a couple of notes there, ends up dying, and you got crows and shit pecking at him. And my God, the 4 that go, and then you got James Marsden character end up hurting his leg, which ends up saving his life, to tell you the truth. He comes back later with this guy, Tom, who's mentally challenged, and brings back alive. They end up raising the kid. They end up deciding, you know what? We're sick of living like this. Let's go back to where she was from. So they end up going back to her hometown because she got this vision from Whoopi Goldberg's character that's passed away because she was tempted. There was an incident that she fell down a well, which is horror movie 101. Don't split up is the first rule. And second, don't go where you're not supposed to go. Just stay put. Don't do anything crazy out of the ordinary. You don't need to go and fool around with the water that from the well that's covered up and boarded because you know you're going to get hurt. So she ends up falling, like I told you. She gets bit by a rat, which was like, okay, we knew we were going to fall through, but to get bit by a rat and go down, holy shit, right? James Marsden's character, Stu, he gets a flat tire, makes it back in time. He ends up saving her out. There's this girl in the cornfield, which it's a reincarnation of Whoopi Goldberg as a small kid because she has a cross around her neck. She has some sort of healing powers, heals her because she had pretty much every bone in her body broke. You think she was going to be dead, Franny. But no, she's miraculously healed and stuff. They end up making that trip to her hometown. And that's where you find out that the Messiah, the Dark Man, or Flagg, is still alive. He was trying to convince her, I just need one kiss. So who knows what he wanted to do, but she refuses him. Whoopi Goldberg says, listen, because of what your good deed, God's going to be on your side. You're going to be able to live and all this other cool stuff. I was like, okay, whatever. You'll buy it, right? And then they end up going living their own life. And then what do you see this Messiah, Dark Messiah? He ends up going to this native tribe, okay? Naked, okay? And of course, going to try and start the process again. He's going to try and recruit, brainwash people, instill fear and all that stuff, and work his way back up that he can cause more damage and go after humanity again. Will history repeat itself? I don't know. But overall, I enjoyed it. I'm not going to say it's the greatest series out there. I kept on watching it. It took me 2 days. Like I split in 4 hours and 4 hours because it is a lot, okay? But once you watch the way the actors were acting, you want to find out what's going to happen to this actor. Or at the same time, you want to get a little bit of the backstory. How did they end up where they are now? Like you explain and how they're connected to each other. And how Whoopi Goldberg's character is connected to all of them and why she's brought them all together. And to kind of go up against, in a sense, the devil, played by Flagg. He did an amazing job. Skarsgard, if you buy him as the devil, then you're going to buy the whole entire series. Whoopi Goldberg, too, was in it more than I thought it would be, like she would be. Greg Kinnear was a great surprise. Whoever had their little limited role or whatever, they did their part, and they did phenomenal, in my opinion. Could have been better, but for going in and having low expectations, they exceeded my expectations, and I honestly enjoyed it. I would seriously tell you guys to go check it out for yourself. If you have anybody tell you, go check this out, check it out. But don't listen to anybody. Even if you heard negative shit, either from myself or anybody else, which you won't hear that from me, check it out for your own self, with your own 2 eyes. Watch the damn thing, and then if you like it, you don't, that's up to you. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought. That is my TV season review on season 1, perhaps, of The Stand, starring a whole shitload of actors in it. I liked it. You guys tell me if you like it. So there you go. Check out our other content, guys, here on the Movie Throne. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out our podcast episodes that drop weekly until I decide not to. Depends on how I feel. Our other movie reviews that are up weekly. And, of course, the podcast Outlaws and new content there as well. So you know where to find me. Look me up on Instagram. Our Instagram pages, YouTube, you name it, the works. So anyways, enjoy yourselves. Hope you guys enjoy this review. Let me know if you guys want me to do a chapter by chapter or an episode by episode review on this thing. Because trust me, I have the notes, the homework right in front of you. I don't know if you guys can see that I could do so. But I don't know. We'll see. Let me know in the comment section below. The King's out of here. Stay off my throne. And I'll see you guys soon. Where? Right here on the Movie Throne. Take it easy, guys.